So I want to quickly review the new SpongeBob movie, The Search for SquarePants, that is currently out. This movie, it's called The Search for SquarePants. I saw this the same day I saw Marty Supreme. That might have been a disservice to this movie, but honestly, I saw both of these movies. I was excited for both of them. I saw Marty Supreme in 70mm at Union Square. And then immediately after this, I booked tickets to SpongeBob because I wanted to see it. It was only 85 minutes. The Ice Spice song, Big Guy, is everywhere. It's very hard to avoid that song. I love SpongeBob. I don't know, who doesn't. If you really like animation, he's an iconic character. There's been the SpongeBob movie. There's been SpongeBob, Sponge Out of Water. I think there was Sponge on the Run, which came out in 2020. I didn't see that one. Came out during COVID, and I believe it got a release on Paramount Plus. These movies, since the first two, have been 3D animated. SpongeBob, the movie from 2004, and the sequel, Sponge Out of Water, both had the traditional 2D animation. So it's cool they do 3D. Honestly, I just want to go right out of the gate. I didn't love this movie. It's cute. I think kids will like it, but this is very narrow for a feature that mostly focuses on one aspect of the SpongeBob lore, the Flying Dutchman, who's recast here. He was originally Brian Doyle Murray. They replaced him with Mark Hamill, which I guess makes sense because in this movie, the Flying Dutchman, mild spoilers if you're going to watch this, he comes into the real world. So they wanted probably an actor with a bigger face, even though he's got a huge prosthetic nose. But it's a fun movie for little kids. This movie has the accompanying supernatural elements of the Flying Dutchman, but I don't think it weaves in enough of the other characters from this universe to the full potential a movie like this can have. It just feels so cut and dry. And there is strong direction in this, especially early on during this chase scene in a boatmobile. From longtime SpongeBob creative director and animator Derek Drymond, he directed this movie, and he does a pretty solid job. But it just overall doesn't do anything new that we haven't seen before, and I feel like there can be way more gags thrown in, as well as just using that 3D animation to explore Bikini Bottom more. I just wanted some more gags. I did get a crack out of that SpongeBob fearing going on that roller coaster. More of that, please. This is a movie made for little children who probably don't have a strong attention span. There's, the Ice Spice song is put in the movie. Of course, we had a song in 2004's the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, but I feel the plot for that movie, again, this could just be nostalgia, but I genuinely do think that had a better plot with more characters. Princess Mindy, King Triton. You had Dennis and that whole Goofy Goobers sequence. It was also like a loose adaptation of the Odyssey. I mean, even Sponge Out of Water had a more interesting plot to me, where, all of these characters have to become superheroes. I think in this one, the idea that SpongeBob is just like a big guy and like he becomes recruited by the Flying Dutchman to take his place, it's just not that interesting. I think that with an animated movie, you can have so many gags. Zootopia 2, in my opinion, is a movie that does all this stuff right. It's got a fun story, it's got all the gags, and there's stuff for the parents. This movie, this SpongeBob movie, is just too light. There isn't really anything interesting that happens. It's fine, but it's just not that impressive. I really didn't love it. I'm a huge fan of SpongeBob, so I did want to love it. I don't think it's awful at all. I just think it's kind of forgettable and bland. So let me know what you thought of The Search for SquarePants. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe you agree, but let me know what you guys think. It was a very interesting double feature with Marty Supreme. But thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, I just wanted to see more of the characters, more locations being used. It just could have been smarter than it was, but I think honestly they just wanted to keep this simple for little kids, and that's a choice the producers made. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next review.